Good evening and welcome. Tonight we have a special report on the Russian referendum slated for day after tomorrow. Rajiv Tiwari looks at the future for a beleaguered president and a beleaguered country. And from Pakistan, Tavleen Singh reports on a prime minister in trouble as Nawaz Sharif was dismissed by the president this week. And from around the world of sports, international boxing and some sensational table tennis. Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was unceremoniously sacked by the President Ishaq Khan this week, plunging Pakistan's fragile democracy into crisis. Tension between the two had been building up for some months over the unprecedented powers held by the President. It was in his attempt to curb those powers that Nawaz Sharif met his downfall. Tavleen Singh reports on trouble at the top in Pakistan.
नवाज शरीफ को जैसे हटाया गया ठीक हुआ?
नहीं, मेरा ख्याल है ये अच्छा तो नहीं किया। हमारा आए दिन जो ये रोज़ तब्दीलियाँ होती रहती हैं, हर 2 साल बाद गवर्नमेंट तब्दील होती है, तो ये मुल्क के तो फायदे में ना रहना ये। सदर कोई 8वीं तरमीम का ये भी गलत है। हाँ, ये गलत है। 8वीं तरमीम का ये जो नहीं होना चाहिए, इसलिए कि ये ऊपर एक लटकती तलवार है।
वो तब्दीली होनी चाहिए थी कि नहीं
होनी चाहिए थे।
ये तो एक मजाक है। 2 साल के बाद आता है एक आदमी, फिर दूसरा आ जाता है, तीसरा आ जाता है, फिर चौथा आ जाता है। कम से कम 5 साल के लिए एक को बैठाएं। हम सबको संजीदगी से सोचना चाहिए कि वो क्या है।
बार बार इलेक्शन करने से ये है कौम को नुकसान होता है। हजारों लाखों पैसा खर्च होता है।
छुरा पकड़ के उसके ऊपर खड़े हैं, उसे कहते हैं कि ये ऐसे करो, अब ऐसे गरीब के हक में काम हो रहा है, नहीं होना चाहिए। ये मेरा रिश्तेदार, इसके बारे में होना चाहिए। ऐसा क्यों होता है? जब 5 साल के बाद वो जाएगा, हम लोग उसे आगे लाते हैं, हम पीछे करते हैं। ये कौन होता है?
With scant regard for the voice of the people, Pakistan's President Ghulam Ishaq Khan went ahead and dismissed the government of Nawaz Sharif this week. His action ended 10 weeks of political uncertainty and conflict between the two men. Things came to a head when Nawaz Sharif went on national television last Saturday to charge the president with treating him like a puppet.
अब ये कोशिश बहुत वाज़ेह हो गई है कि असेंबली के अंदर अपनी पसंद का एक नया डमी कायदे-ए-वान लाया जाए और असेंबली को रिमोट कंट्रोल से चलाया जाए।
He went on to say that he would not resign, would not dissolve the assemblies, would not take dictation. After that, it was clear that not just his days, his hours were numbered. The president struck back almost immediately, dismissing the government and dissolving the assembly the very next day.
Hereby dissolve the National Assembly with immediate effect and dismiss the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, who should cease to hold office forthwith.
When you made your speech 2 days ago, did you expect the President to react the way that he did?
No, I didn't expect that because what I said to the people of Pakistan was based on facts. And how can a president in a parliamentary democracy conspire against an elected government and conspire against an elected prime minister? A prime minister, a government which has the mandate of the people of Pakistan, which is of course a parliament which is directly elected. The president is not directly elected. It has dissolved the assembly which elected him as the president of the country.
At the heart of the conflict between them was the issue of the 8th Amendment of Pakistan's constitution, which gives the president wide-ranging powers, including the right to dismiss the prime minister. Problems began when Nawaz Sharif tried to repeal this amendment, hoping that he would get opposition leader Benazir Bhutto's support. Her government was also dismissed under the same amendment. This time, however, Benazir chose to support the president.
Are you shocked by the role the People's Party has played in all this?
Well, you know better than I do, because you saw the leader of the People's Party meeting the president, the same president who dismissed her 2.5 years ago. And she went to call on him, she went to see him just to make sure that the assembly gets dissolved. And she, by she I mean her party, gets into the caretaker cabinet.
With the dismissal of this government, there has been an ironic reversal of roles between Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif. He is seen to have become the Democrat and she the collaborator with the establishment.
कि वही बेनज़ीर भुट्टो इसी हाउस में खड़े होकर और उसने बाबा गो के नारे लगाए, और आज वही बेनज़ीर जो है वो बाबा आए जाए की बातें कर रही हैं। तो इस तरीके से ये सियासत नहीं चला करती।
Many observers feel that an opportunity to finally bring proper parliamentary democracy to Pakistan has been lost.
Both Nawaz Sharif and Benazir are young. Of course they are political adversaries, but they should have closed ranks despite their differences to throw the 8th Amendment out and then fight for political supremacy. And I think it is an unprincipled politics on part of People's Party if they go with the president in this crisis.
A sentiment echoed by the people.
बेनज़ीर भुट्टो ने जो ये सरकार में शामिल होने का फैसला किया,
नहीं ये उसने अच्छा नहीं किया। ये वो पहले वो शायद करती थी सदर साहब को है, अभी उसके साथ मिल गई, ये अच्छा तो नहीं है ना, अच्छा तरीका नहीं है ना।
The jubilation in Benazir's People's Party camp began even before the government was dismissed. Benazir's decision to support the president puzzled many. But her party leaders feel that this is an opportunity to ensure the future of democracy.
But the PPP should now be in the government, in this caretaker government. Is it ironic?
Well, the People's Party is a part of a national government. They're only to ensure, and hopefully only to ensure, that the elections are free and fair. We've been, twice bitten, so we want free and fair election. That is all we want to guarantee through our representatives in the cabinet, in whichever level. They just want to be there as kind of watchdogs to ensure a free and fair election for everybody. Free and fair for everybody, including Mia Mohammad Nawaz Sharif.
Nawaz Sharif is not unpopular. His big achievement, acknowledged even by his opponents, was that he opened up the economy. His most popular scheme was to provide employment to educated youth through his yellow cab scheme, which allowed the import of taxis without duty. The merits of the scheme are hotly debated among ordinary people.
टैक्सियों के लिए मैं 6 महीने ख्वार होता रहा हूँ इधर इनके दफ्तरों में, टोयोटा वालों के यहाँ भी, पिजो वालों के यहाँ भी, सबके यहाँ कोई टैक्सी नहीं मिली।
जिन्हें मिली है वो कहाँ से आ गई?
सब सरमायादारों ने लिए हैं।
सरमायादार तो बहुत बेहतर आदमी इस तरह के जिन्होंने गाड़ी चला रहे हैं,
जिनके पास एक नहीं 4-4 6-6 रखी हुई हैं उन्होंने।
हाँ तो आपने क्यों नहीं?
गरीब आदमी को तो एक भी नहीं मिली।
और जनाब हर किसी को मिली 36। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, मैं आपको बताता हूँ 36 में आपको बनाता हूँ 36,000 आदमी को मिली है।
But Sharif's economic policies have been dogged by corruption charges and have provided the president with ammunition to attack him.
But what about the charge that in the privatization there's been too much corruption?
Absolutely baseless. We have had the most successful privatization that any developing country has had. It was a transparent procedure. I've explained it to the parliamentary committee. It has been explained to the media, and all the units were advertised. The highest bidders came and did open bidding in front of the media.
Elections have been announced for the 14th of July, but before that Nawaz Sharif could face charges ranging from corruption to murder. He is unlikely to take these accusations lying down and has already taken his battle to the streets, meeting as many people as he can and holding political rallies.
जो मुस्लिम लीग की हुकूमत को खत्म किया गया और उस शख्स के हाथों जो कि खुद इसने मुस्लिम लीग का फाइल अपने हाथों से भरा था, उसने मुस्लिम लीग का खून किया कर, ये नवाज शरीफ के खिलाफ साजिश नहीं है, ये मुस्लिम लीग के खिलाफ साजिश है, पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ साजिश है।
This then becomes the third Pakistan government to be dismissed in 5 years, and for almost exactly the same reason. The president suddenly decided that he no longer liked the prime minister. Needless to say, this can't be very good for Pakistan's fledgling democracy, particularly since this time dismissed former prime minister Benazir Bhutto decided to side with the very president who'd sacked her. Will this affect her future? Will Nawaz Sharif now become the martyr she once was? Only elections will tell. This is Tavleen Singh for The World This Week in Islamabad.